So, like, does anybody know Hi Programmer Betty UYFL? Like, does anybody know her and have her number? Because, like, is it weird if I get her number and then, like, I text her? Like, I don't think that's weird. But, like, what if she thinks it's weird? Oh my god! Okay, you know what? Just everybody report for a mandatory brain scrub and forget that you heard any of that.
This is Paranoia Get Submodule, our Paranoia XP campaign, and we are so glad to have you all back for session 10. So let's learn a bit about these players here. So we're going to start with Betsy, Amanda, up here in this corner. Betsy, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about Amanda, and tell us what is your favorite part of being friends with the computer.
Hi, my name is Betsy. I play Amanda-Y-YNG. She's a threat assessor, and she is very intense. You know, she likes to make eye contact with people, very intense eye contact, because she thinks that that's how she can, like, tell if someone is being a threat or not. And the computer is just perfect, you know? It's like having that perfect best friend that you can just go to when you're having problems, or if you're in trouble, if you need help. The computer is always there for you, and you just can't find real friends like that anymore.
My name is Thomas. I am playing the Winamon. I mean, he's pretty badass.
Well, down in that corner, that mess of text you are looking at is of our player Nell, formerly known as Lucy Y. Lou. Because of Lucy's failure to keep a hold of the blue pill last session, Lucy was given censure and probation, a double penalty. So Lucy has a new name and a probation. Lucy's new name, as you can see, is too gay to function.
Pew pew, pew pew. Hey, I'm too gay to function. I work in weird science. I kill bad guys. I don't know what else you need to know about me. That's pretty much the whole package.
Amerigo, name, player, name, character, friend, computer.
Yes, that pretty much sums it up. Name, character, computer. That is the essence of Amerigo. I am tech support for my kind and understanding and easy to understand manner, of course. And I am a patriotic yeehaw cowboy. And my favorite thing about computer is our computer cradles me in strong patriotic arms and yet holds me up like gentle friend.
Hi everyone, I'm Rose and I play Cheatin' Heathen. What do I do? I'm in the military, the armed forces. I value my life very little, apparently, according to my poetry.
Hi, I'm Tyler. I play Ezra. Ezra is an R&D and loves to go out in the field and check and see how that new tech is working for the awesome friend computer. And my favorite part about the computer is the sanctioned murder that I get to commit.
We're gonna go ahead and get started then. At the end of last session, our troubleshooters came back and gave their briefing of everything that they experienced when they were out. One thing they forgot, though, was the reports on their research and development equipment that they were very kindly asked over and over again to file, and they decided that wasn't worth it. We're not going to file any reports or talk about our equipment at all, give any feedback whatsoever, and as such, we're beginning today's adventure with the team at the firing range. They were marched out at the end of last session, and here they are today, ready to be blown away.
Oh,
So,
we're gonna die.
So as you guys line up, you can see that opposite you, there are two red troubleshooters who have been given blue weapons with a couple of green Vulture Squadron guards flanking them, directing them. And as soon as you guys have lined up against the wall, the Vulture Squadron guards begin to talk. The officers say, "This is a signal honor. The computer has chosen you insignificant red clearance stooges to execute these yellow clearance traitors. A great honor indeed. And to use blue clearance weapons in this execution. An unheard of honor. Congratulations." It's better than a field promotion, believe me, I would know. Now, I see you are pointing the barrel at your own head. I just want you to know that the barrel goes towards them. And you guys watch as these Red Stooges, basically as mindless as you may have been many years ago, or 10 sessions ago, they try to use their laser pistols a few different ways. One of them is trying to put the barrel with all of the laser packets into the front of the gun. Like the bullets come out here, bullets must go in here.
Been there, yeah.
He's directed on how to install the barrel. And after a few minutes of these two idiots trying to figure out what in the world they're supposed to be doing, they are finally ready. They stand at attention. They have you in their sights. They fire.
Oh,
Excuse me?
And after the firing is done, you guys are still standing there. And to your left and to your right, there are smoking bullet holes, laser bullet holes in the already well-damaged wall. They appear to have missed every single one of you with their various shots. And there is a shriek of anxiety as the officers just rub their hands into their faces and moan. And they start to try to give the goons some pointers.
If the gun is not shooting, you might want to blow into it. It helps to clear out the debris.
One of the guards looks up Amerigo and points at you, and he says, "You think you're funny, huh? These guys are given a great honor to execute that slime like you, and I see what you're doing."
I volunteer to help.
Ain't no jokes.
You volunteer to help. What capacity, Winamon?
I volunteer to help the red people, kill us.
And as such, by volunteering to help them learn how to use their guns, you're going to go ahead and get 5 perversity points.
Oh, yay!
But ultimately, the doors open behind them. And suddenly, a squad walks into the room. A squadron of blue officers who are following an indigo man. And this indigo man you actually might recognize. His name is Zach I. And Zach was one of the members of the bar that you guys have been reporting to this whole time. And as he steps in, he has an envelope that he hands off to one of the commanding officers. And there's a brief minute of tension. The blue guards are staring at the green guards. The green guards are staring at the red stooges. They're all constantly flicking their eyes back to you on the wall. And eventually, the green guards look at you guys, and they wave a hand, gesture you off of the wall, and they say, "You're good to go. Sorry about this."
We appreciate the apology.
Yep.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
Thank you.
I was already on the ground.
I pieced the fuck out.
So you guys walk past Zach I and towards the door with the guards.
Wait, before we go to Zach, I do want to say to the green person, I would make sure these red clearance troubleshooters receive punishment for the disgrace of not being able to shoot people in timely manner.
I softly but loudly enough that the green guy can hear it whisper, "Don't tell him what to do."
The green officer is going to hear that whisper in the back of his head, and he'll look at you, and he'll say, "You may not be a commie, but you're still a prick for trying to tell me how to do my job. You go shoot trouble, I'll go teach the rookies, okay?"
Okay.
Okay.
And
If
behind
you
his
don't know
back,
when to
I'm
call
making
me.
crude faces at Amerigo.
Zach will say to Winamon as you guys are walking by, "It turns out there was a little bit of a mix-up. So sorry about that, but it looks like you guys are actually pretty innocent of all charges. And I guess the computer thought it all lied at my feet. So thank you very much for that. You guys go on ahead. I'm gonna be staying here. Good luck."
Oh shit!
Will that would you?
Luck to you, buddy.
Can we do anything for you,
What number? What's your full name? What's your full name?
Zachy?
He is Zach I VLI 3.
Okay. So he'll be back. All right.
So Zach will walk up against the wall and take your spot. And as you guys leave and the doors close behind you, you can hear more lasers go off, and then a muffled voice. "There you go. Now you're figuring it out. Good job. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys back to Troubleshooter Lobby, Troubleshooter HQ, so you can sign in. I think it's a great time to get a submodule. In fact, if you guys want to go ahead and take a look at your PDCs,
What PDCs?
Son of a.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take us to Troubleshooter HQ.
Does nobody have a PVC? Not even the trader who made us lose them.
I
Who was that?
wish I could tell you I made a calculated decision to destroy my own PDC, so you guys, like, I was like, I weighed the pros and cons, and I said I have to. It like didn't cross my mind that I shouldn't destroy my own. Like,
Okay.
the thought never occurred to me
I'm giving you.
that might have repercussions.
Cheat and Heathen is giving you the stink eye
All right, well,
for no reason.
Amanda's giving
but
you
it's-
the stink eye because she knows that you're the one that probably broke her PDC.
me.
Somebody
no.
broke my PDC while I was passed out.
Rose
I don't know
broke
who.
the PDC, Betsy, and I think you should kill her for it. It was definitely Rose.
Can we get new ones from the computer?
We have not yet, but
Can we?
when you guys go ahead and check in, I'm going to tell you that the stations in the corner of the room, as always, have been set up. There is no longer a big glass panel to put your hands up against and get scanned. The two holes through which you insert your arms are back, but there is now a sign that has been put up above them that says Emergency Release System. It is pointing to a man standing next to the box with a massive axe. Emergency release system, indeed. So
Absolutely.
I did hear.
as team
I think
leader-
Miguel. Did you say you wanted to check in first?
Da.
Yeah. All
I'll
right.
go second.
I
will do
volunteer to
America
go
first.
fourth. As team leader, this should fall to me.
Ezra goes second. Who wants to go third?
I guess I'll go third.
Okay, Cheat and Heathen goes third, and Too Gay to Function. Too Gay to Function wants to go fourth. Who wants to go fifth?
Can I not go?
I also don't want to go.
I want to go
No.
first.
I've seen Saw. I'm not doing this.
I
I'll
haven't
say,
gone
I'll say
yet.
this, Winnemon and Amanda. After Too Gay to Function signs in, it appears to be working for the first 4.
I don't trust that newfangled thing, all right?
Great, so he can go fifth and I'll go last.
All right, very well.
And as Winnemon inserts his hands, the normal prompt pops up on the screen, and Too Gay to Function can type on the touchscreen, sign you in, and everyone is left standing off to the side with all eyes on Amanda.
Do I have to?
I mean, we can leave you here if you don't want to complete the mission with the rest of the team.
Fuck. All right.
Look at how cute he is, just waiting for you to say what you're gonna do.
My arms.
I help. I hope you don't lose.
Yeah, me too.
You need all of.
I'm gonna bleed on all of you if I do.
Patch you right up, man. Don't worry about it.
No, I'm gonna bleed on everyone first.
Amanda walks up, inserts their arms into the machine, and at the same time, the emergency release system grips his axe just a little bit tighter. Maybe holds it a little
Come on.
higher.
What are odds that something would go wrong every time we as a team check in? It's ridiculous.
And
Everything will be fine.
you're right,
do you
Americo.
mean?
The odds are actually pretty low that it would fail every time. There is nothing bad that happens. Amanda, you're signed in, and we can move to the living room.
Fucking God. Oh my God.
I break
Sometimes you all act like this is a situational comedy where something is bound to go wrong.
And I'll move you into the briefing room where you see the oh-so-familiar bar. The massive robots that we previously saw standing guards have been replaced with sleek new models that are basically fit with black belts across their waists, and they stand in a very ready position on the balls of their feet, as if at any point in time they will strike not with weapons, but with pure steel fists. And the bar no longer contains all of the people. It just contains Dan V, our favorite Violet citizen, and Brian B, our forever troubled microphone man. And as you guys enter, with, of course, the Vulture Squadron guards following behind you the whole way, Brian B will address you first.
Welcome back, troubleshooters. I want to once again remind you all of the importance of good leadership. You guys have had 2 leaders now, and it's taken you on 2 very, very troublesome missions. It seems like maybe you don't have the right idea of what a good leader is. Let me give you an example of what I define as a good leader. I'm talking about somebody who has the most trigger happiness, somebody who is ready to blow that commie's head off at any given second. Looking at the review,
baby.
your MemoMax reviews of your previous decantings, it looks like the one of you who has killed the most traitors on your team from the last 2 missions we have sent you on would actually be the Winamon. If I'm correct, Winamon, you have blown up a Marigo and you blew up the traitor Cheatin' Heathen in that chamber, that final chamber with a heavy explosive grenade, it appears. Well then by...
That was actually a self-termination, but there was an assist.
I'll say this, Cheatin' Heathen. If the math checks out, if you can fight this and make it your own termination, I think you are a good contestant to be leader.
Oh,
think you would
okay. Why not? What's the? I mean, I wanted to be a self-termination. I don't care
We're
about
all
being leader.
independent people. We don't need leaders.
Just because you want it to be a self-termination, if you do not terminate yourself, it is not a self-termination.
I see 3 people on the boards making good points here. Winamon saying that it's not a self-termination, he deserves the leader position. Cheatin' Heathen saying that it was a self-termination. Winamon is not killing as many people as you think. And Amanda saying that leadership is a myth, we should get rid of leaders entirely.
The only true leader is the computer, honestly.
Also a fair point. Let's get 3 management roles from the 3 of you.
I gotta fail by a lot.
I gotta fail by 12.
You have to say the number. Say the number.
I gotta fail by 11.
I don't care who the leader is. I respect.
I'm throwing my voice behind the Winamon.
I mean, I support the Winamon. I just want it known that Cheatin' Heathen chose to die.
Cheatin' Heathen died for our sins.
I did.
I think Messiah is a good quality I like to see in a leader.
Nice.
Wow.
Everything I said.
So why don't we go ahead and make a call here? I think Cheatin' Heathen, you can take the leadership position right out from under Winamon's nose there. Maybe he's just too old to be leader anyway.
My first role as leader is to assign Winamon all of the leadership duties.
In that case, Winamon, I guess we will make you the leader after all. Cheatin' Heathen rolled to take it out from under you just to prove that they could.
Yeah.
Keep that in mind as we move forward. So at that point, good old Dan V will then step up slumberly to his mic, and he'll say, "Troubleshooters, I fear I must reprimand you, for you have come close to causing our friend the computer a most grievous simulation of sorrow. Because of the cursory and incomplete nature of the report you were asked to follow, the computer was led to believe that you have all committed treason. Imagine our friend's distress to discover that the true treason was elsewhere. Communist infiltrators from the hostile world outside are laying devious schemes to fool the computer into destroying its own tools. But the computer is not fooled. And now the computer wishes to reward you for this long-suspected loyalty with a mission of vengeance against those who so nearly caused the computer to prematurely activate your clones." So the mood in the room changes a little bit. There's some fog that's piped in through the big bar machine that fills the room, and it changes colors a little in the lights in the air, sort of a gray and a yellow. And through the fog and the plexiglass, you can see Dan V 20 feet above you, looking down, and he says to you, "You will travel to the secret stronghold of the terrorists and barbarians from the world outdoors. In there at that stronghold, you will destroy them and seal the breach that they have made in the Alpha Complex security. Troubleshooters, it is a measure of the computer's trust in you that you have been sent on such a mission. We speak of places twisted to the perverted wills of communist terrorists ruled by an ancient and almost unspeakable evil, where death lurks at every turn. Fortunately, the computer has been able to intercept a document captured on your last mission from one Oregon Treesgood. Under the computer's direction, you should have no difficulty penetrating the communist defenses.
Will we have access to said intercepted document, or is this classified?
Indeed. Bring it in, please.
A red troubleshooter is going to enter the chamber, and he has two documents with him. One is yellow, and the other is white. So he pulls out the documents, he holds up the yellow one, and he shows you guys. He reads it off as he holds it up. He says, Evidential document 1132474XTZY. It's yellow. He is going to hand it over to your leader, so he'll hand it over to Winamon. And then he looks at the white document, holds it up, and he says, and 1132474XTZAU, classified ultraviolet. I'm so sorry! And he throws the white document in the air.
Hey, shoot him.
Shoot him. I shoot him in the face.
Traitor! Traitor!
And bolts come from your guns. You guys all shoot him, and bolts shoot out of small pipes in the bar's machinery. And through all the firefight, suddenly there is dust and smoke and a body of what remains of a red troubleshooter at your feet. The documents, of course, are undamaged. And one of the blue guards will pick up the white document, not look at it, and feed it through a slot in the machine where it pops up in front of Dan V, who also does not look at it. It is ultraviolet after all, so he takes it, avoiding it, and stashes it aside. So, Winamon, you have the document, and the rest of you can actually look at the document over Winamon's shoulder. This is a physical piece of paper, so no PDCs needed here. There you go.
Got mail.
And as you guys are looking at it, Brian B says,
I think this incident makes clear the extent of treason among us. Somebody doesn't want this mission completed. Someone wants you all dead, my friends.
Will we have an opportunity to stock up on supplies and weaponry and equipment for our mission?
Indeed. I have sent another equipment list to all of your PDCs.
Luckily we don't have those due to the traders that we were told about by our previous.
Sure, of course, not having a PDC is a most gruesome offense, which is punishable by summary execution. So, Cheatin' Heathen, if you would like to tell Brian B that you don't have a PDC,
I didn't know that was a thing. I will
by all means.
Thank you. We will visit the equipment dispensary on our way out.
Yes, of course, PLC and outfitting.
Fortunately for all of you, though it seems dangerous, Memo Max received word that upon the death of the traitorous Oregon Treesgood, a signal was sent regarding one repentant citizen, Warren B., and a clone was decanted. As it turns out, Oregon is somebody who ran away from Alpha Complex before, and we were able to pull him and all of his memories of this treacherous place back into the world.
And at that point, the doors open, and in walks Oregon Treesgood. He is far less smellier than you last remember him, but he is still just as big and hairy, and he has a dog bot which is latched onto his ankle like an ankle monitor.
Aww.
I yell insults at him.
Pretty sure it's still smells.
Yeah!
You can have a perversity point, Ezra, for booing the commie. And Dan V wakes up at the sound of the door opening, and he will say, the repentant citizen, Warren B., alias Oregon Treesgood, he will be your guide on this mission. I am sure he is happy to lead you to the source of the commie infiltration, as long as you have given him no reason at all to dislike you or mistrust you. He has been given a temporary infrared clearance, and he will be subject to your orders at all time. Do remember, however, that he is one of the computer citizens, and his life is just as important to the computer as your own in the end. And Oregon is let out at that.
I wanted to tell him to kill himself.
Jesus Christ!
Wait.
Just want
Just
to remind
once.
everybody that your mental health is very important.
Yes, it is. Go to therapy, kids.
At this point, Brian B is going to ask the rest of you to head out as he once again wants to speak only to the leader. And I will be kicking the rest of you out. So give them a second to take off their headphones. And once you are alone with the board, Winamon,
Yes.
Brian B shares with you.
This information is extremely secret, and revealing this to any other citizen is treason. The only circumstance under which you are allowed to reveal this information is if you are killed in the line of duty, at which point you may reveal the information to your successor. Yeah, that checks out. Oregon is only pretending to cooperate with us, and he in fact plans further treason. However, in its infinite mercy, the computer has promised to spare his life. But clever IntSec operatives have devised a plan to test Oregon's loyalty. His kit, which we are going to give him with his own supplies, will contain weapons. The weapons are actually realistic dummies constructed for training missions, so he will not have any actual live fire on him. And furthermore, and even cleverer, a grenade has been hidden in his pack, which you can detonate by pressing this very special button. You must be very careful not to alert Treesgood to any suspicions about his equipment. Once the button is pressed, a heavy explosive grenade in his pack will immediately detonate. Understand that we would never send you out there with a suspected traitor if there were any safer alternatives. However, Treesgood has revealed that there are booby traps on the way to the secret exit, and you will need his knowledge to avoid these perils. Remember, the computer has promised this traitor his life will be spared. Treesgood may not be summarily executed unless there is incontrovertible evidence of his treason. Of course, mistakes may happen. Accidents may happen. You know, weapons malfunctions, long falls, bad air, or not enough of it. This one ought to be easy. You're going into an area where no one has a right to be, where everything you see is a traitor, where everything that happens down there is treasonous. Well, I wish I was going down there. I would take a squadron of vultures and just... But just remember, these scum almost got you killed. And I know what I would do to someone who did that to me.
He looks carefully to Dan snoring next to him, and he reaches in the pocket of Dan's tunic, and he puts it in a little slot up where he is, and it comes out a little slot where you are. And he says,
"That is written authorization to check out a TAC nuke. A TAC nuke doesn't need any explanation. You know what it does.
Mm-hmm.
You may not want to let the others know that you have it, lest the time comes that it is necessary. Serve the computer well, and you will be well done."
Very well. Where do I have to go get this attack nuke, or do I have it?
Dan V wakes up, and he says, "Oh yes, just go to the equipment, go to PLC and get your equipment as always. You have the list, and just remember to ask subtly, discreetly for the TAC nuke as well. And serve the computer well, and you will be well done."
I already said that, Dan.
I am sorry. Well, off you go.
Okay. Thank you. Your honor.
And we'll bring everybody.
Hello.
We all ready?
Would you like me to terminate you so that you can be at physical peak for this mission before we leave the facility and presumably any access to new clones?
Keeping in mind that you all only have 6 clones this time around, or 7. I'm not saying one of you has 7 clones, but wouldn't that be silly if one of you did?
No, I'm okay.
Wild.
Thank you.
Understood.
I think it's
Imagine that
wonderful
face,
you are
but
set.
80 years younger.
I'm also going to need a D20 from 2K to function while you guys are chit-chatting.
5.
Great. I'm going to send you just a little private message there now.
Mr. Winneman, for what it is worth, I think there are many commonalities between you and Dan V. I think you both fall asleep at just right moment. So, perhaps you will be there a couple years from now.
Oh, my young Amerigo friend. Thank you. Yeah, you're a good boy, even though it's hard to understand what you're talking about.
Great. So at the PLC and outfitting, you guys will stroll up and find that the fun nerds over at PLC and R&D have already pulled out 2 very special items that you need for your mission, and those are as follows. Apparently, the list that you never got includes 2 items. One of them
is a DocBot all-in-one medical servicing bot.
Nice.
Nice.
And the second one
It's a Jacobot.
I don't like
Mine!
What is all this? Hey, excuse me, Mr. Equipment Manager. What happened to all the good old-fashioned hardy equipment that we all could always rely on to get the job done? I don't know these here. Can we have normal, guns and bow and arrows?
The PLC officer says, "Oh, no, we can give you whatever you want. Just let us know what you need. What's on your equipment list? These 2 items we were given heads up on, so we could prepare ahead of time. It's not always easy to find a Mark 7 Jacobot ready for a mission, and this one apparently had to be tracked down. He's got something special in him. I don't know anything else, but obviously we're here to serve you. We are outfitting for the troubleshooters. Just let us know what you need, and we will give it to you."
Yes, we need extra copies of our PDC in case anything happens to them while out of reach of the facility.
We don't carry PDCs. PDCs are one of a kind. Plus, the process of fingerprinting it to your meat card, that's going to take us at least 4 or 5 weeks before it's functional.
We need a couple grenades as on our list. And
6 yellow laser pistols and reflect armor.
Yeah.
Actually, no reflect armor. Teflon armor. Is on
yeah,
that
it's gotta be Teflon.
Great.
We don't need to be Teletubbies
heavy
again.
explosive or smoke grenades?
Yes.
3 of each.
So right now I've just signed off on 3 of each of those.
Woohoo!
6 pairs of Teflon armor.
Okay.
Nice.
Assuming you mean Kevlar, but
Yeah, Teflon. You get
Who knows what she's talking about? That was just Mel.
6 yellow pistol laser pistols. 12.
12 yellow laser pistols. Got it.
That way we each have 2.
And then I walk up to the desk and slide a piece of paper on the counter just so the person can see.
Okay. Sounds good.
And then slide it back into my pocket.
Yeah, we can have that right up. And they'll come back and they'll have a small box, not much bigger than the black box, that they will hand to Winamon. You said you failed, Cheatin' Ethan?
I had a big fail. I got an 18.
An 18. Oh boy.
I was trying to help.
Yeah, so as you guys are at the desk, giving him a list of equipment and what you need and everything, you guys watch as Cheatin' Heathen walks up to the desk with full confidence, knowing exactly what we might need, and then there's a pause. And you all watch as Cheatin' Heathen's eyes roll back into the back of Cheatin' Heathen's head, and a large purple aura begins to emanate out of Cheatin' Heathen's temples, filling the room with vague symbols of numbers, words, and images. What do you do?
I shoot her.
Y'all thought I was a freak. What
Shoot
the?
Shoot her.
Mutant! It's a mutant! It's a
At
mutant!
least I don't do
Kill a
that.
mutant!
Jesus Christ.
Cheatin' That's a... We'll take out one of those. Cheatin' Heathen, we'll return very quickly. We've barely left, the main complex. So in a minute, Heathen will be back. I won't take you away, Rose.
As I'm dying, I
Flavoring music.
Yeah, the music of all commie mutant traders.
as I'm dying, I do like that exorcist thing. Where I throw my arms out to the side and then I say, We should get the dog bot! And then I die.
Commie mutant trader. So I will say that they will not give you the dog bot as well. They cannot.
Do you have manacles?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
We would like some manacles, please.
All right, set of handcuffs.
Thank you.
Nice.
Kinky.
What about like a flamethrower? Something that spits fire at high velocity over long distances.
You can have a flamethrower.
Multi-corder for
Okay, multi-quarter
recorder.
with a recorder program. Sounds good.
Is there any like sonar devices that let us like see in the dark? So maybe a mutant, but I can't do that.
So infraspecs indeed is something that they can offer you.
Yeah.
Go ahead and add infraspecs. And actually, I'll give you a perversity point, Amanda, for asking for something that is on this list of equipment that was not on other lists of equipment.
I didn't even cheat for that. Look at me.
Can I get some white sneakers?
We look so decked out.
He's like amazing.
We need our flashlights.
There you go. Take a perversity point. Win them on. Flashlights is on the
You're
list.
so goddamn smart.
So
I was like, if we don't do that,
Smart boy.
it took me way too long to get there. All right.
I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Wait, wait. What about transport? Can we get, or like, can we fly? Do you have like wings or like rocket booster, jetpack, like anything?
I appreciate the enthusiasm, but we have already arranged for the auto bus that was requested to take you and
but
your
what
bots
about
out.
in combat, like individual jetpacks?
Awesome.
Well,
Just strap on.
we're good to go, team. Pew pew. Boom.
And we
This isn't
fly.
This isn't like a sci-fi novel. This is Alpha Complex. We don't have jetpacks.
you have
This
a whip.
is. We are about to go at the order of the computer.
All right. I
What
think
year are we in?
Death.
Are you kidding me?
team, I think it's time to.
I want to fly. I want a shopping
get going.
episode.
Thanks.
Oh boy, we've got a whole autobus. This is exciting. I've always wanted to drive an autobus. I mean, I can't obviously drive an autobus unless told to drive an autobus, but if you guys want to ask me to drive the autobus, I'm happy to drive the autobus.
Drive the Autobus, Jacobot. Do it.
We support.
Yeah, but I mean, and that's only if it's got directions on where it goes. It obviously can't go places off the map. Not that I know anything about things off the map.
You should not know things off the map.
Hey!
So you guys in the bots can make your way to the auto bus.
That was a whole performance. Woo.
The bots do a little bit of bickering like that on the way. It becomes clear that the DocBot and the Jacobot are not necessarily the best of friends. Then they will bicker a little bit on the way to the bus. And when you get there to the bus, you do see that a squad of guards they have Organ. They've just taken his handcuffs off, and they are sort of letting him loose with your team, and they are standing nearby expectantly.
I walk over to Oregon.
Sure, you can walk over to Organ. He eyes you up and down, just as disgruntled and upset. He remembers you. Obviously, you were the guy who dropped a bomb at his feet last time you met.
Heathen, could you come here for a second?
I do,
Is-
but I keep a safe distance.
Is this a private conversation, you two?
No.
Okay.
What's up?
Shocking for
I
once.
point my ear towards you.
A little closer. This is something that it seems that you would be good at.
Okay. I like what you're saying. I lean closer.
I pull out manacles and I say, this seems like thing you would be particularly well suited to.
I open my magazine and I flip to a page that has a bookmark on it. This is a PG-13 moment, but like we all know that it's porn, but only Amerigo and Cheat and Heath.
So it's like a fade to black kind of thing.
Or FTB in here.
And I'm like, and then I do like one of those like, oh, and then we can do like this, and I like make weird, bizarre hand motions, and I'm like, I got this.
Will you put one of the ends on?
One of the what?
One of the ends on.
Oh no. I thought you were gonna give them.
I am, in a way.
Oh God, no. Why would I do that?
It will be helpful for team.
Listen, in my experience trying to help the team caused me to get possessed one time. So I just can't.
So you're suggesting you would not want to help him?
I
Okay.
would want to help the team
Okay.
if you tell me how I can, rather but like in detail.
Oh, it will keep this miscreant from leaving.
Oh, you want me to handcuff myself to the criminal? Absolutely.
Here you go.
Just give me the key.
You can have a Perversity point, Rose, for that. And I'm going to ask Ezra, do you got 3? Do you happen to have 3 of them?
I believe I have 4 of them.
Great. We'll say there's 1 in the car.
Sweet.
One handcuff. One half of a handcuff.
Put this on your hand, on your wrist.
Happy to serve, friend.
I would like to say to him, Oregon, I say, I'm excited to work with you, but just know, if you try to cross me or my team, I will kill you again, instantly.
The feeling is mutual, bub.
Ooh,
And I
Bub,
say,
I
and
like
I'll
that
pull
name.
your corpse around.
Does he look like
die.
Wolverine?
So we can put the 6 of you plus the Docbot plus the Jacobot plus Oregon, Tree's good, all in the Autobus. And once you are in the Autobus, what do you do? It
I
hasn't
grab
gone
the
anywhere
thing.
yet. It's just yes, sure. Ezra's got it. Congratulations.
That's smart.
I think we all agreed,
is
by
there
the way.
a button somewhere that I can push to start the car?
I put my seatbelt on.
Very confusedly. I'm like, all right, let's
I will.
This isn't
also
one of
put my
these
seatbelt
old
on.
buggies I'm used to.
yeah.
Where's
the horse?
I
Where's
will
the
put
horse?
both my seatbelt and Oregon's on.
We'll say the Docbot actually says,
Everybody put on seatbelts for your health and safety.
Okay.
It's very important.
Oh yeah.
I do that.
Safety begins
I
with me.
put seatbelt on Jacobot.
and
Oh, yeah.
Leader, as you are fiddling with the control panels up front, we'll say that the Jacobot is sitting right next to you, real close to the front, real eager. And he's not saying anything. He's just sort of watching you press buttons, and he starts to just kind of hum under his voice while you're doing that.
He's not gonna break it, is he?
Mr.
You
Jacobot,
should watch him.
do you know how to drive car? Boss.
I love autobuses. I would love to drive one.
Winamon, do you think the Jacobot... That's the steering wheel. the thing you're looking at, yes. Do you think perhaps Jacobot should drive?
Can Jacobot drive?
Can I? Only if you let me. I'm not saying that I'm housing anything. I am just saying that I love autobuses.
Okay, I have on here reference YCBB325. Is that where we're going?
I was looking at that.
No.
That sounds good. Sure. Take us to the edges of the Alpha Complex.
No. Oh.
Edges of Alpha Complex.
Fuck.
Are you sure you would like to go?
No.
I think that's a great place to go. You know what? Actually,
don't know if I
that's
trust
where we
you.
should go. Is the edges of the Alpha Complex.
I'm
Fuck.
scared.
No.
Nice. It's not nice.
That's a terrible place to go.
Oh,
All right.
What you think?
What's your name? Al. What's the one bot's name with the high voice?
Jacobot.
Jacobot. Go ahead.
What?
No.
No.
Tyler, can we turn all of our lights out?
Oh, we're so fucked.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I turn on my flashlight
Oh yeah, we have
Smart.
flashlights.
and
yeah,
point
we
it
have
at
flashlights.
everyone.
So, letting the Jacobot drive the bus is in fact the right decision. It turns out he immediately takes the wheel, he overrides the automatic driving situation, plugs directly in, and starts taking the bus, not necessarily to the far reaches of the Alpha Complex, but definitely in a direction far beyond where you've ever been. And it must be asked to pilot the auto car in order to do so. So congratulations, you asked the Jacobot to drive the bus.
I figured that. a while ago. I just didn't want to do it.
And it does get dark because it's going to opaque the canopies and the windows of the autobus, basically keeping anybody from seeing us on our destination. The acceleration and the maneuvering is very rough, and you guys are going to bounce around the interior of the autobus like a pinball. Luckily, you do all have your seatbelts on, so there's no accidental ejection or death that I know as. There are flashlights being wildly swung around, but it is dark, so you can still try to do anything you'd like to do secretly in the dark on the way here. Just know that there's going to be a little bit of a penalty. It's a little harder to hide in this dark.
I shine my light up at the ceiling of the car to try to illuminate the interior cabin.
Mood lighting.
So that nobody can do anything fucky.
I'll do that too.
Why don't you guys trust each other?
I trust everyone. What are you talking about?
We got a commie trader in the car with us. I'm not gonna sit here in the dark.
And
It's okay, guys.
we have a mutant in the car.
I'm
with
holding
us.
his
Don't
hand,
forget.
but like in a
This
mean
one's
way.
a mutant. So
Whatever. I'm on your team. Y'all should trust me by now. Soul.
I'm going to get a check from Cheatin' Heathen and from Amerigo.
Good margin of 7.
Great. I'll say that in the dark, Amerigo, you'll notice one thing.
Fuck! I got a 20.
Shocking.
Good.
Don't worry,
I'm
Cheatin'
glad.
Heathen. You notice nothing.
Okay.
You go blind temporarily as the autobus hits a bump and you hit your head on the top of the roof of the car.
You know, not being able to see really heightens my other senses. I can feel all of you. who are
I
present.
smack Cheatin' Heathen in the back of the head.
I like it.
Eventually, the auto car is going to crash to a halt.
I cannot play this character anymore. Okay.
The first thing that you notice is the dim light shed by the auto car's interior illumination. You can tell faintly through the opaque windows. And you notice that the auto car is wedged between two very large pipes that extend up out of the ground like great columns. And now that the whimpering of your companions and the whine of the autocar engine has stopped, you notice a thunderous background roar and vibration, all the sounds you're hearing now. The volumes of fluid flowing through giant conduits, aka pipes. The only light here from the autocar interior sheds light into a barely visible forest of glistening, damp pipes all around you.
Ew.
Um,
This is gross.
All the things coming out here are all pipes in here. Let me put down the pipe ground as well.
Yeah, lay some pipe for us.
Jacobot, have we reached our?
I'm sorry.
America,
I was mid.
you can have 2 publicity points.
Oh, wow.
Hey, Jacobot, have we reached our destination?
I believe this is as far as we can go. I will say, however, that we appear to be exceedingly close if I knew anything about where we were going.
That's
All right,
Jacobot,
are you
please
coming
say
with us, Jacobot?
Yeah, we need you to come with us, right?
Yes, of course I will go with you. Now, if you can follow me, I will take you to the tunnel entrance, please. If I knew where the tunnel entrance was. Thank you for your prompt cooperation.
Then there is a crash, and it
no.
sounds like a Jacobot has fallen out of the auto car door trying to step out.
Perhaps citizens will be more comfortable using their flashlights. Thank you for your cooperation.
I'm gonna go get out of the car.
Here you go, honey. Watch your
you get
step.
out, and you see the Jacobots is scrambling
Watch your step.
on the ground trying to get back up.
Watch your step.
I'm
He-
gonna help
he hit
stand
both
him
Jacobot.
up.
Yeah.
It's a
Can
walkway,
someone
not a
help me out of
stopway.
the car?
I extend my
down
hand
there.
and I help Winnemon down gingerly.
Thank you. Oh,
I
kinda glare
try
at
to
him, like-
run. I try to run Oregon into a pillar by accident.
I'll let you do that. No roll needed. You just bonk.
And then I say, "Oops."
You did it again, didn't you?
You played
Goodbye.
with his heart. Got
So-
lost in the game.
Fuck it. Oh, baby.
Oh, baby.
Going single file through these dense trees of pipe. You guys follow the Jacobot through this plumbing forest, and after a few minutes, suddenly there's a sound in the distance. You can see shadows jumping across the pipes like creatures in the woods. Just at a distance.
I'm out. Nope.
I want to look up. What do I see up above?
Absolutely. Okay, fine.
You are going to see that at the top of the pipes, there is a canopy that is basically a catwalk. A massive catwalk all the way above you. Oregon's the first to say something. He says, "Hit the ground, they're here!" And he hits the ground, and suddenly you guys can hear the sounds of lasers and bot sounds coming through the woods and the pipes. And when you look out, you can see that there are 4 bots in the plumbing forest that have sort of come out to attack you. So we'll say that there's 4 or 5 bots that are, you can't really tell the exact number as they bolt between the trees. And we're gonna start with Amerigo.
I am going to take out a multicorder and also interpose myself between these bots and Jacobot, because Jacobot clearly more important than me.
All right, sounds good. I'll put you in front of Jacobot, you little human shield.
Amanda flips her middle finger in the general direction towards the forest and starts walking back to the bus.
And obviously they are going to shoot, and the Jacobot is going to say,
Oh boy, this is certainly an unfortunate situation. Thanks for protecting me, Citizen Amerigo.
and the Docbot is going to dash over to Amerigo and say,
On the event that you are shot, I will be here to help you.
I appreciate that, friend bot.
and I'm going to go ahead and take a couple shots now. Let's just go straight down the line. The good news is it looks like they miss Ezra and Winamon anyway. I'm going to go ahead and roll for Cheat and Heathen. I got a 20 on Cheat and Heathen, so I'll say that one of them actually backfires. That's such a failure. We'll say that his arm blows up as a steam gauge nearby shoots out steam. And then that's actually a 3 on Amanda. So Amanda, let me look. You've got the Kevlar. Great. So because you're wearing Kevlar, you guys do not have any reflect armor at all. That is going to kill you, Amanda.
Wait, I thought we could get reflect armor. I have reflect. Okay, well.
Dead?
I got so confused during that whole
Like dead. Like clone dead.
Like clone dead.
Can we get a new clone out here?
Yeah, we'll send a new clone out there in just a minute.
No, and I'm just out for the rest of the
Good night, everybody.
Thanks, guys. It's fine.
The second that one of you drops to the ground and dies, Oregon's gonna panic, realizing that this is actually going to be maybe lethal, and he screams, he says, we gotta climb! We gotta get up there to the catwalks! The bots won't find us up there! They can't climb like we can! And so with that, Oregon's gonna take his turn to just basically launch himself at a pipe and start to climb up, which is gonna with him. I'll say, I'm gonna skip Cheat and Heathen. I'm actually gonna send Cheat and Heathen and Oregon up to the catwalk. Ezra, what do you want to do?
I will, so I'm on my back because I did the death drop, so I'm gonna flip onto my stomach and pull the flamethrower out and just lay on the ground and sort of angle the flamethrower up and fire the jet of burning napalm jelly at the nearest bot to try to light it on fire.
2 gate of function, what would you like to do?
Oh, my name's different. I'm climbing. I'm going up. I want to try to help Winamon, if possible.
Oh, you want to help
Winamon to get
climb,
up too.
Cool. Winamon, do you want to climb up with 2 gate of function?
Well, I was gonna say, are there any elevators or like staircases?
Are there any jetpacks? Give us the jetpacks.
Only pipes in this forest.
Okay, can I throw a grenade at the robots first and then try to climb with the help of 2 gate of function?
I'll allow it.
And thanks for the assistance. I totally was worried about that.
And then I will just need the bomb from Winamon and the flamethrower from Ezra.
What is the bomb?
That's success by 1 then.
So, my thrown weapons is the one thing I chose to make a 1. But I got a 1.
Okay.
But I will put 5 points to it to make it a success by 5.
Nice. Nicely done. Even that's not enough to actually kill any of them. So we'll say the bomb goes off, and it blows a few of them backwards a little bit, but they are not broken or destroyed. They're going to keep progressing towards you. Ezra, that is basically the same effect, unfortunately. So you guys are throwing bomb and fire at them, trying to keep them back as your team is ascending up the pipes and to the top. We can see that Organ's already reached the top. We can put Cheatin' Heathen up there with him. And then at the end of this round, we can also put Winamon and 2 Gate of Function. And I'll say as their actions on this turn, I'm going to send the Jackbot and the Docbot up as well.
Who is still down?
Guys,
Me and you.
Still down there.
And the bots.
Amanda is on the way, but we'll bring Amanda in a second. So, unfortunately, this is going to be dependent on what you guys want to do. Ezra and Amerigo.
I mean, I'll start climbing.
Okay, Amerigo.
After seeing these bots shoot at our bots, I say, wrong move, friend. And I am going to take my trusty hammer and wrench, and I am going to I would like to use mechanical engineering in order to take one of these pipes to blow a bunch of hot steam towards the bots.
Give me a d20.
Shit. I would like to use... Shit. I would like to use 3 points to make it a fail by 3.
Fail by 3. Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I'll say you're going to be hesitating trying to get the valve to turn the right way, and in the process, I'm going to give them a free shot on you. Unfortunately, there are still 4 of them down there. 2 of them were wounded, so there's only 2 that can take the shot, and I got a 10 and an 18. That means one of them's going to fail, but the other one is a success by 4. So if you have no armor on that reflects lasers, that is going to kill you. Nope, you're dead. So we will jump immediately to the next scene as you guys clamber across the catwalks and make it to the end of the forest where a large door opens up like a wheel into a massive chamber that I will take you to now. But feel free to talk while you are running across the catwalks.
Well, we lost 2 already. 2
I was gonna
good.
say, when am I back? Am I
You guys
back
can
yet?
show up with them as well. Amanda
Yay!
and Amerigo.
Esty.
They come back in the middle of me giving a very emotional eulogy about how much they meant to the team.
I
My
feel like
favorite
now
team
would be a
members are the
good
ones
time
who
for us
stayed
to get
alive.
tattoos.
Now, as you're
Okay.
running, is the time to get tattoos.
Yes, group tattoos.
What is
Wait,
a
what?
tattoo?
Team awesome.
What did I walk into?
So, what you guys are going to appear to, basically a large, dingy, cylindrical metal shaft, like an elevator shaft that's massive. And you
I'm
guys
making a-
find yourself stepping onto a platform. And below
Massive
you,
shaft.
Massive shaft!
Am
Part of
I...
the massive shaft.
Everyone, don't be vulgar, but do you want to see a real shaft?
How long does it take for our hormones to stop working?
Ezra pulls out their PDC and takes a picture.
You don't have it.
Ezra doesn't
Okay,
have
I don't have
a
it. Fuck.
I don't think I'm going to let you get away with that, Ezra. I think exactly, spur of the moment, Ezra is going to pull out their PDC and take a picture, and everybody else is going to see that Ezra has a PDC.
Well,
3 favors.
what the hell? Why do you have PDC?
And where the hell can I
Because
get
I'm-
one? Why
because
did you
I'm
get
not
one
a-
for all of us?
Because I'm not a commie mutant trader. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing.
I'm not a commie mutant trader. I'm
Well,
a
you're a
normal
mutant
trader that's
trader.
helping you guys.
Did you just say a normal trader?
I meant a normal mutant.
I shoot her.
I was gonna say I shoot you.
Hey,
Wait,
shoot
no.
Ezra.
Isn't that the
Guys,
last
I'm your
clone?
friend.
Is it your last clone?
No.
Oh, then I shoot her.
Yeah.
Because I recorded the confession that said I'm a normal trader, so I shoot her.
Great. Give me an energy weapons check real fast, Ezra.
The success by 8.
Yeah, no reflect armor. Amanda falls. I'm gonna give you a quick, real dramatic fall as Amanda.
Oh
falls.
yes, I get a Star Wars fall.
All
Grab
the way
his
down,
PVC.
down to the bottom. And when it gets to the bottom, you guys can look over the edge. But before you look over the edge, let me go ahead and get a roll from Amerigo in case I need to throw a second body down there.
What is happening?
Guys, teamwork.
Success by 2.
Hey, how many?
2.
Then I'm gonna spend 10 of my newly gotten 10, and I'm gonna be like, I'm recording you, you traitor! I just shot a traitor! Why are you trying to kill me? Are you a commie?
I'm also going to give you 10 points for killing, another traitor.
And
just as I gave Ezra 10 points.
And I dive out of the way with my 10 to spend.
Oh God, I just want to trip you so you fall off. I try to trip you so you fall off.
I get 5 points to help that roll.
All right, so go ahead and take away 5 points, Winnemont and Cheatin' Heathen. Give me a violence check, just straight violence.
A success by 2, and I will add 4 to that to make it a
Success by 6. Great. So Amerigo, are you gonna leave yours as a fail? So your bolt's just gonna shoot over his head? Okay, sure. So Americo fails. It shoots over Ezra's head. Ezra steps aside, dodges the bullet, and Cheatin' Heathen puts a leg out, and we see Ezra fall, following Amanda's body as well to the
Avenge
bottom.
me.
And now,
How
with
many
both
even have
bodies
secret
hitting the
society missions?
bottom,
Are you killing each other for fun? Like, what is the motivation?
with both bodies at the bottom, you can see that at the bottom of this 70-meter shaft, there is a large grate. But your body and the old PDC are going to fall and break through the grate at the bottom, creating a large hole as they fall into this strange red glowing liquid that is at the bottom of the grate. And I'll pan the camera back up to our friends at the top, who are now down by 2. And the Jacko bot is going to say,
We're gonna need to get down this big shaft.
Write it down, Jacobot! Write it down.
Get down.
We should ride.
Hey, can one of you bots help me down?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking. All I'm going to need is an electrical winch and 6 streams of rope, roughly 30 feet. I believe that was on your equipment list.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, why?
so with no winch or rope, how do you suggest you get down?
Yeet.
I have knitting. I have knitting materials. Yeah, I knit as the rope. Speed knitting.
Okay, sure. Give me... Give me a D20.
Okay. Oh, that's a 15. I'll spend another 5 to make it a 10.
Great. So, for everybody else, I'm going to bring Amanda and Ezra back because this is going to take a little while. So after a half hour, an hour, all of the other 7 of you are standing around watching Cheatin' Heathen pull out this strange equipment, these strange fabrics and needles, and a weird ritual is going on. All 5 of you are going to obviously recognize that this strange hobby, this knitting, if Cheatin' Heathen wants to call it that, is a very treasonous skill. You have never
It's
been
not.
taught for it.
It's not. It's just unlikely. Oh.
Those are all treasonous skills. I am recording this with multicorder.
I am
Is
going
he
to go ahead
recording?
and let Cheatin' Heathen make a rope. I think it's a fantastic use of knitting. I think we can knit something that'll let us climb down like Rapunzel's hair. But by being so open and active and happy about it, I am going to let the others know that you have watched the whole process and filmed Amerigo, yes, the knitting. Now, I will also give you the option,
guys!
if you'd like to...
She's got 1 clone left, guys.
I am now down to 1 clone
Scott.
left.
Wait, what number are you on?
She's on
I'm
5.
also on 5
Amanda's
now.
on 5. They're both on 5.
Guys,
Z
James
and
said...
America-
We'll say Cheatin' Heathen has just finished the knitted rope.
And then I also want to say, as a player, this character is dispensable to me. You guys can do whatever you want. That's what I'm saying. Okay.
I'll go
Rose
down
has
the
given
rope
you
first.
permission to kill Cheatin' Heathen, is what she said.
You don't have to, but you can. I know it's not quite as fun now that I gave you permission, so maybe that was part of it.
Nah, totally part of your master plan. We'll let the computer do it. It's fine.
Is the rope tied up? I just want to go down really bad.
Yep.
He wants to ride that rope down the shaft.
The second that we're all down at the bottom, I would like to shoot Cheatin' Heathen for being a mutant traitor.
Made me do a spit take. I wasn't expecting that. I thought we moved past that. Great. I'll move all of you to the bottom and go ahead and give me an energy weapons.
That is a. Well, I rolled a natural 20. My dice have been doing really bad. So I will add 5 points to make it a success by 1.
So at the bottom of it, there's an entrance to the tunnels. It's a large door like a submarine hatch on the wall of the shaft. Would you like to enter the tunnels?
Yes.
I want to enter.
Send
let you
Ogre.
guys-
Wait, am I
Enter the
on 6
shaft?
now, even though I spent those 2 points, or am I still on 5?
I think you're
are.
fine.
I think. Sorry. So you spent 2 points to make it a fail by 1.
Yeah.
And does anybody want to spend points otherwise?
I love that sound.
I know, I heard it.
I fucking love that sound.
That was 100%
Let
promise.
me start
anybody
giving
wanna
my
spend
death
points?
speech. I say, in the name of the team, it's like we're all connected, like holes in a sea. Oh, that was poetic. I say to myself.
Unfortunately, Cheat and Heathen, that is going to be another clone down as you reach the bottom, and there is a laser fire. And after your wonderful speech you gave about teamwork, we're going to find another Cheat and Heathen showing up shortly after in the sewers with us. Welcome to the tunnels. The tunnels are dark. The tunnels are wet. The tunnels are steamy hot and bitterly cold, lined with intrusive metal objects. They're also very dark. Let's get you a better camera. We are standing on a small metal grate that sits approximately 5 feet above a massive ocean of water.
Not like the ocean though, because we don't know what that is.
Yeah, just water.
I've seen it. They ride sharks on it in the movie.
The Jacobot is very excited by this for some reason.
Let's go down there. Let's go into the water, please, 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 please.
Absolutely not.
Why do you want to go in the water,
Get the
buddy?
fuck back away from the ledge, mister.
What's up, my dude? Why do you want to go in the water?
Amanda holds the Jacobot's hand. She's like, no.
I'm not going to be touching the water or the grate when the computer circuits hit the water. So
Yeah, can we keep going?
So we'll bring you guys through the tunnels here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll some dice and see what we wind up doing. And now a first roll. Okay, the missing 18 minutes. So as you guys get to this point of the tunnels, the Jacobot stops for a second. He's been staring down this whole time at the water, and he stops and he calls out,
Wait, before we go any further. Look at this.
and he points down. He points down, and you can see that underneath the grate, there is a suitcase floating in the water just below the grate.
That's
Let that float on by, team.
I don't know if we should touch that.
we all float down here.
No.
You said it is a suitcase.
Yeah, it's an old suitcase. A little ragged, looks ancient. Those of you who have any sort of old world or old reckoning lore will instantly recognize it as pre-alpha complex old world suitcase.
Does it look like a cool? Is it like a ratty old suitcase, or is it like a cool briefcase?
It's a ratty old suitcase.
Okay, fuck that. Never mind. I don't care.
Ooh.
Nobody touch it. Let's keep walking.
How far away are we from it?
I mean, it won't take much time at all. And send the Jacobot in, who obviously wants to go into the water.
It won't take 18 minutes.
No, we're not sending a Jacobot in there. Are you kidding?
Why do we
We
want
don't
to
need
touch
it.
this? Let's
Oh,
keep.
I
Let's
don't
keep.
know.
Can we
moving.
just
That
keep
was the
walking?
problem.
Why do we
I
need?
have
Why?
that.
I will give all of you the option of not looking at the missing 18 minutes.
Travis, I don't want to touch
I'll look.
it.
I reach under and grab it.
Oh, we're so fucked. We are
always
so
Works
fucked.
every time.
I keep
Son of a
a safe
bitch.
distance.
I wanted to
Could have
shoot
just
it.
let it go.
Would you like me to show you the missing 18 minutes privately, or do you plan on opening it and showing it to everyone?
Privately,
Privately.
Because
Great,
I'm
everybody
a-
look away. I'm gonna let our audience to read that.
I will show everyone. They can look at it.
Oh, what a good friend. Okay, you can look up. The missing 18 minutes. It is
Buddy,
apparently
you
a
know, buddy.
meeting. It is apparently a meeting that happened at some point in time with the CPU motherboard. The attendees of this missing meeting, the minutes of this meeting, were apparently a couple of ultraviolet citizens. Betty Yu, Philip Yu, Dale Yu, Barry Yu, Sember Yu was absent, and they discussed the recent faults discovered in the Island Impeller trademark system, which could lead to the end of Alpha Complex upon complete failure. New business at the meeting, of course, Fork suggests letting the public know of the possible impending doom, preferably using the South Alpha voice. As we all know, South Alpha has the best voice, the best dulcet tones.
Yes.
However, the meeting was quickly adjourned, and Fork was tossed into the whirlpool for his treasonous thoughts.
What?
Secrets to be kept a secret, until now, at least.
Secret, I got a secret.
And those are the missing 18 minutes.
Interesting.
Winamon, is this work of traitors, or is it has?
Well, they're all ultraviolet citizens. So
Correct. So, but it could have been, forged. Just because a person wrote that they are ultraviolet, we don't
yeah,
know.
that's true. Good point. You
Perhaps-
know, out this far in the complex, anything can be that of traitors.
Hmm.
I'm looking at a couple of traitors right now. That looks like an ultraviolet document you all looked at.
Amanda
It's
just
not,
smacks
it's
the
fake.
Jacobot. Just like, no, we didn't. Shut up.
Discussed how it's forged. Onward!
I love that Amanda. I love that you are the Jacobot's mom. I just wanted to say that.
I'm the mom now. This is my son.
Yeah, and Ezra, that's going to be a piece of cake. I'll let you do that.
I want cake.
And I will remind everybody, of course, if you do think that was an ultraviolet document, then you've got a little bit of leverage on basically everybody in the room. Congrats.
But also on ourselves.
I don't know what Ezra just did, but I'd like to also try to do it. Guys, I'm sorry.
Well, I rolled to shoot you, so I guess it's it's fine. Whatever.
No, Ezra did
I
not
didn't.
roll to shoot.
I did not.
Now, Ezra's got his back turned to you, cheating heathen, whenever he did whatever. So you just saw him do something privately with his back turned to you. Feel free to imitate that, or whatever you want to do.
In the shaft.
You turn your back to Ezra. I'll roll one more encounter here. Why not? Let's see. They're coming to get you, Jessica. I'll put you guys a little further down the tunnels over here. And as you guys are still quietly sneaking through these tunnels, suddenly you are ambushed.
Dun, dun, dun.
4 ambushers
Back.
with snorkels are stationed
Cool.
underneath the catwalk at a flooded area nearby. After they hear your footsteps approaching, they had submerged themselves, and as soon as you were above them, hands spew out of the water through the grate and grab at your ankles. These are 4 strange scuba diving traders.
Go.
Are they bots or human? Or like
They are
humanoid?
humans. They're gonna grab who's nearby. Let's do Amerigo, Amanda, Lucy, and Ezra.
Are we in water?
You are not in water. You are standing on the grate above the water. This might give you a better idea.
Would my empathy
okay.
powers work on them? We can see under the water?
There we go. So your empathy powers would work on people underwater, yes.
Great. So I'm gonna tell all of them to let go and go kill themselves.
Great, let's get a power check.
God.
And in the meantime,
Anti-warning.
while Amanda's rolling that power check.
I got a 5, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Is it grabbing at my foot? Like, is
It
that how
is.
it's grabbing us?
Yeah, it's
So I'm
got-
gonna
it's a
take.
great.
I'm gonna take my other foot and just smash its fingers as hard as I can into the grate and try to like snap its fingers off.
Cool. Amanda got a 5 on that, and that is actually a decent success. Nicely done, Amanda. I'll say it's not such a drastic success that I can rule that you can make them suicide automatically, but I will say it's enough of a success that they let go, and they all submerge a little bit, overwhelmed by your power. So I'll give you guys an option now. So you've got the shots lined up. If you'd like to take them, I'll let you roll that, or I'll let you take an agility check instead. Since none of you are no longer grappled, you can all run like hell.
I like that one.
Success by
God.
10 for 2 gated function.
Thank you.
This is a.
I have rolled above 15 every
roll this
time
game.
except once.
All of my dice are in dice jail.
Yeah, that's a fail by
Yeah,
2.
mine too.
Agility fail by 2 for me.
If I was playing D&D right now,
You'd be killing it.
I would be destroying. Okay, I got a 19.
I got a success by 7 to run away. Agility.
Great. And Amerigo, what did you get?
Failure by 10 on shooting.
Failure right now. I'm shooting. Great.
Wow.
So,
I'm out of dice, y'all.
My failure
no.
was by 5, by the way.
Yeah, I need my die.
I failed by 2 to run away, by the way.
so Ezra and Cheatin' Heathen failed to run away. The only person who was going to shoot failed to shoot. So,
Nice.
2K to Function and Winamon and Amanda, I'm going to go ahead and have you guys run away with the Jacobot and the Docbot.
My child.
Don't hurt my baby.
My precious
Amerigo, you're going to take your ground and you're going to aim down, but they've submerged. They're below the water, and your own laser bolts are just going to hit the surface of the water and dissolve. As soon as you take your shot, 2 more hands splash up. They've grabbed at their laser harpoon guns, and you're going to see 2 harpoons of pure energy light slash through the grate, through the holes of the grate, and pierce Ezra and pierce Cheatin' Heathen. They are not wearing reflect armor. Again, I don't know how you guys made that oversight.
I'm gonna own up to it. I said we're going outside. Let's all get Kevlar armor, and no one stopped me. And now we're all gonna fucking die.
I thought it was smart, actually. So
I thought it was brilliant.
Ezra, that's another.
The last
You're
time
right.
the last time we said both, we couldn't fucking move.
I tried to pick which one I thought we were facing, and I picked so wrong.
And we all supported you, and we all, as a team, will take this.
Yes.
That is that you're on clone 6. So, Cheatin' Heathen, I want you to make a very important decision now, because this is where it actually gets fun. There are 3 submodules that have been posted. They are towards the top. One of them says Doc, one of them says Jack, and one of them says Trees. Who would you like to be?
Oh, this is fun.
And I'm going to take us to the end of the tunnel into the final step here, and I will set that up. Oh, yeah, Amerigo?
Did Ezra live?
No, I died.
No, Ezra also died.
I feel like we
Sticking
shouldn't
with-
now, in honor of Cheatin' Heathen.
We all got prison taxes.
We all got like teardrops for how many traitors we've killed.
Yes.
Jesus.
What clone we're on is a different something.
Cheating Heathen was probably the traitor, so.
We never got to know their real name.
We never got to know their real name.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
think when Cheatin' Heathen dies. I'm wearing a purple hair. I think when Cheatin' Heathen dies, I think she emits that purple smoke thing that happened by accident and gifts you all a singular deep thought. And you all learned that her name was Tiamat.
T-Y Matt.
I liked it.
We'll give you 2 points for that. That was a very cute little way to go out, Cheatin' Heathen.
Oh,
Or I should just say Rose at this point. Now, Rose, have you made a decision who you'd like to be for the remainder?
I have. I think in honor of Pixel, I'm gonna be the Jacobot.
Sounds good. So, Cheatin' Heathen, you are now the Jacobot. Go ahead and unveil the Jacobot's secrets. And yeah, so we'll take it from there. So, you have entered the complex. Finally, at the end of the tunnels, at the end of the forest, at the end of the descent, we have made it to the complex. A short metal stairway leads from the tunnels into a dry, dimly lit corridor.
Due to the fact that somebody has just been destroyed or damaged, I believe that we should immediately report to the computer and withdraw to a safe location.
Overruled.
Wa-da-da-da, safe location, wa-da-da-da. Destination, wa-da-da-da. We like to be in a safe zone.
Love you.
Rose, don't make a new character. You were born to play
Keep the
Jacobot.
Yeah, no.
So yes, this is some sort of industrial building or office. It's all evacuated at this point, so it's dusty and dark and old. Lights are dimming and flashing above your heads. There are posters that are left up from the active days of this complex, which reveal it to be a former nuclear reactor. So sort of radiation signs warning you to be careful and be safe. And it's a bit too quiet. Where would you like to go?
I'll go out the center door.
Yeah, so Lucy, you're going to be the first to step out. And when you step out into this next chamber, you are the first to note that there are others here. You catch a fleeting glimpse of somebody in red, as they are running through. We'll send them this way.
Okay, so they weren't attacking us.
No, it was just a couple of footsteps in the darkness, and then they were gone.
Weirdos.
I want to follow the direction they were heading in.
I think we should all go through the yellow door.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where America was going.
I will follow team leader's suggestion then.
I always follow the team leader.
I say to the Docbot, it's not safe to travel alone at night.
Take this.
And then
with you at all.
You're such a good friend.
You are impeding the progress of this mission in every way.
You are my new buddy. I love it when you compliment me.
I wish I could dissect you and use you for spare parts.
I wish for that too one day. Not in death, I hope I go to science. Let's go.
Yeah, so you guys can follow the team leader as well.
Is there anyone in this room? I use my flashlight.
Yeah, you can.
I want to use my infrared goggles.
Ooh, nice. Give me a
I hold my
surveillance.
flashlight on top of my gun
Like you're supposed to?
Yeah.
Give me a surveillance check, Winamon.
Success by 1.
I'll give you two options. You can see the person or the object. Which one do you want to see?
I would like to see the object, please.
Unfortunately, you don't see the person holding it. So I am going to roll a quick and swift attack as the door, basically something was about to come through the door as you were about to go through the door. And so what happens is that as you shine your flashlight in, you get one quick glimpse of that black box just beyond the door as it's coming towards you. Something large and mechanical carrying it. I was looking for something a little more intimidating. And on the other side of that door, there is a bot carrying the box. It is a mechanical bear in a cute little hat and a set of coveralls with a massive axe. He's shirtless.
I have a joke.
That's what I was wondering.
Jacobot's got a joke.
Either one doesn't
What
want their
did
shirt.
the troubleshooter say to the bear?
What?
What?
Trick question. If a troubleshooter saw a bear, they'd already be dead because that's treason.
Fuck!
Rose, you can take another 3 perversity points. And I'm going to go ahead and have the bear push open the door onto the group of you as he raises his axe and he says,
Only you. Only you.
2K to function, you just hear in the hallway back there.
Only you. Only you.
Smokey.
Kind of.
It's
Knowing me,
fucking
knowing you.
Smokey.
There's nothing we can do.
Only you can prevent alpha complex fires.
So I'll go ahead and I'll do a quick round with our friends over with Smokey the Bear Bot, starting with Amanda.
All right, I'm going to unpin the explosive grenade and can I like shove it in his mouth?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Great. What's going to happen is Amanda's going to pop the grenade in the mouth. You guys have approximately 6 seconds or so before that goes off right there. The bear bot's going to panic and roar out and point at the Jacko bot and say,
Only you. Only you.
as he's about to throw down with the Jacobot.
Oh dear.
Lucy, on the other side, you've discovered an elevator.
Do I get to take box and then perhaps
Yes.
run away
I
from?
will give you the
Bear?
box, Amerigo. He's pretty distracted with the fire.
As I take box, I say, no picnic box for you, Bear.
All right, and so I'll do one more round here.
I'm gonna leave
I
it.
am booking it away from Bear.
I also will run away as fast as I can from the
Great.
bear.
I'd like to leave as well, away from the grenade bear.
You guys think this is an easy question, but remember, in session 1, a man also had a grenade he held in the air, and I said, what do you do? And half of you stayed in the room and tried to tackle him.
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna do that. We've learned.
We've learned. 10 sessions in, we've learned. All of you run away. You're all safe. Congratulations.
Hey! And that's the game tonight, folks.
Yep, we succeeded.
We
Everything's
succeeded. Done.
Are there numbers on or around the elevator?
I'll say,
Oh, you're not asking me.
I'll say that the elevator does not have any numbers, just a symbol of like an atom. Just a little
Get in.
atom.
Get in the elevator.
All right.
Wait.
Yep.
That was on the map.
That was
Wait,
on
what
map.
did
Yep.
the
It says
say?
out.
said
It says
out.
out.
So then, in that case, you guys all want to go into the elevator and run away from all the madness here.
Well,
will
can I
leave that-
do what I asked first?
Yeah. Oh, yes. In fact, you don't even need to worry about that because everyone would have seen Amerigo as he grabbed the box back there. Amerigo has the black box, and fun fact: not only does Amerigo have the black box, we're about to get into an elevator that has no lights. Tyler, if you will.
That box you are in possession of. I believe we should open it as a team and see what traders' materials there may be inside it. So
Would that
we
make us
decide how best to
traitors,
handle it.
though? If we looked at it, would that make us traitors?
I mean, it is not our box to open. I believe.
And why did you just grab it, Amerigo?
I have not opened it. He grabbed
We
it.
were tasked to retrieve it.
Yeah.
We were never tasked not to look at it. I don't believe we're disobeying any directives from the computer.
You are not asking me to hold the box.
It
Two
never
data
said.
function is right.
It never said don't look in it.
That's true.
You
Those
should
are never
definitely
instructions
not
you're
ask
given.
me to hold the box.
Oh, we're not going to give the bot to Jacko back.
No, baby, I'm sorry.
Definitely not.
Just go sit in the corner.
I sit in the corner.
Put yourself in the corner.
Hey,
Ezra thinks we should
actually,
all
I'm gonna say
look at it together.
as he says that, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot a laser in the darkness, and Winamon, you are gonna go ahead and die. I'm gonna get a roll from Amerigo real fast.
Ah, shit balls.
You know, no one gives a shit about one of mine. It's very upsetting.
We're just waiting to see the hot version. We need a very specific description, Thomas.
I am spending. I am angrily saying, which one of you is responsible for killing our team leader? And just smash on buttons of elevator.
He deserved to die.
Can you please repeat what you just said about our fallen team leader?
I said I killed him.
I'm going to shoot her. That was a confession of treason.
That was the creepiest.
I just think leaders are dumb. We don't need one. He was old anyways. It was past his
Let me get
time.
Amanda likes the chaos. Amanda likes it. Amanda likes it so much. Amanda didn't kill Winamon and took the credit for killing Winamon. So Amanda, I'm giving you 5 perversity points for such a chaotic move, and then I'm going to go ahead and send you out as well. And Amerigo, what was your total success?
5.
5. Excellent. Let me compare that. I got the sheet right here, buddy. I got the sheet right here. Its name is Paul Revere. So that's a success by 0. So what I'm going to say is you can either do one or the either.
I'll do the first one.
Okay,
I'll do the
sounds
first
good.
one.
I'll go ahead and I'll just do this then.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Ezra, 2-Gata Function, and Jacobot, you are all left in the darkness with the Darkbot and with Organ. And I'm going to make another roll
Did
here.
Amerigo disappear?
You shine the light again, he's gone. He's
I'm
just
going to
gone.
jump at where he just was a moment ago, like arms out, try to tackle.
Excellent. I got another success on my end, so I'm going to go ahead and shoot one more time. Let's make this 2Gata Function. I'll take you out. I'll say that the second time this happens, you guys are obviously way more surveillant. Organ's in the elevator with his gun out. He just shot 2Gata Function.
All right, I shoot Oregon.
I figured as much. Give me an energy weapons check, Ezra.
That's an 8, success by 4.
I spend 4 to hurt.
I
That's
spend
a
then I spend 4 to help. Then I spend 4 to help.
by 4.
I also spend 5 to help.
That's a success by 9.
And I go and I unplug the Jacobot circuit then. What the fuck, Jacobot?
He is the only person on this elevator who has not engaged in traitorous activities.
Not
You didn't look
true.
at the
He's literally a traitor.
Since
I
this mission
unplugged-
started.
I pull Jacobot's like wires out.
I do not allow this.
You can give me a bot ops operation.
That's a success by 9.
I would like to add 5 to help.
Okay, Ezra walks over and turns off the Jacobot. Ezra, you are now the only person in the elevator besides Oregon, and the doors are going to open
Great.
at that point, revealing the chamber that is before you. And as the only person left besides the Docbot and Oregon, you're going to see you have just entered the top of a nuclear reactor. You step onto this catwalk. Nobody, literally, like, nobody else is here. Everybody get away. To find the ladder leading to the outdoors that you are all looking to get to. At the top of the ladder, there are 4 of these rangers. And when I say rangers, I mean they are decked out with bows and arrows and slings and all sorts of traditional ranger attire. Behind you, Oregon gives them a wave, and they give him a wave back.
Didn't I shoot him?
He's only wounded with a success by 8, so he'll come back to his feet. You know, one big bolt in his chest, and he'll have his gun still. And obviously, you're flanked on all sides, Ezra. And he's gonna say, "You're gonna let me get out of here, or I'm gonna pump you like I pumped your friends."
And can I say, can I come with you?
To the outdoors?
Yeah. Ezra loves the outdoors. I'm ready to Truman Show this bitch. I want to go out that
Interesting.
ladder. Ezra wants
Okay.
to. Ezra wants to go out the fucking ladder,
Ooh, that's a fail by 2.
and I don't have any points left because I used
I'll
them.
spend, I'll spend to help with that.
I used them to
If
kill
Emo
the
can't live out her
jackal.
dream, maybe someone can. I'll spend. That was a fail by 2. I'll spend
Yeah.
5 and make that a success by 3 for you.
Well, thank no.
And looking at the notes here. Okay, then in that case, you are going to persuade him. He'll shake his head a little and he'll say, "I never understand these alpha complex types. I don't know who you're working with or where your true priorities lie, but it's only fair I let you come with me. After you just shot me." He's gonna go ahead and try to shoot you.
Son of a bitch.
You can't convince a man you just tried to execute. He got a 9.
I'm letting him go too. I just want to go with him.
Hold on. He may not have actually killed you. 9.
Plus 3 to help him.
To help him kill Ezra?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. 12.
Fuck you.
I'll spend 3 to hurt him.
Okay, we're back to 9.
Great.
I love this. The ghosts.
I love the disembodied voices.
It's great.
Deciding my
actually.
fate.
It's fantastic. all of the screens turning red too really puts the pressure on Ezra.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, with a 9, it's not looking good, Ezra.
I love you, Tyler. There's really nothing else I can do to, obviously help. I'm so sorry.
All right. So in that case, then you're only going to be wounded, much like you wounded him. He'll wound you back. And when you fall to the ground for a second, he's going to walk past you and join his friends up on the ladder. And then, just as they all start to grab the rungs and ascend, and you are getting back to your feet, Ezra, you can hear in the distance. Where are we? In the distance. The sound of a flybot. here, down here, why, how? And then suddenly, all hell breaks loose. It turns out, having taken too long to stop these traitors, these commies, it turns out Brian B. has taken his vulture squadrons and come to do the job himself.
Oh.
Him and his vulture squadrons arriving via flybot launch missiles at the exterior of the nuclear facility. And from the flybot you can hear, "You commie mutants! Burn in hell! All of you!" And the explosions that follow.
All those points, Nell. Sorry.
With the nuclear material stationed, and they are going to blow this reactor to smithereens. As the walls of the reactor are blown up by these missiles. However, as we know, this leads to the outside. And the collapse that follows brings in sunlight so bright that you are blinded, Ezra, momentarily. And you can see Ezra outside where the walls have been blown in and where the helicopter is dropping the missiles, where the flybot is dropping the missiles. You see the outdoors, the light of the sun of the outdoors flooding into the chamber. Brian B. and his team have come from the outside. They were outdoors blowing the commies' base apart from the outside of apparently the Alpha complex we've been in this whole time. And before the nuclear missiles, or the missiles set off the nuclear material, and you are also blown to smithereens, you get that last glimpse of sunlight and of the outdoors that you dreamed of before it all goes to white and disappears. And of course, that's also going to kill Oregon Tree's good. It's also going to kill the Rangers. That's also going to probably kill everything down at the facility below. Brian B. does a good job.
Does it kill the clones that we started to come back?
We'll just smash. Smash, smash.
No, you worked so hard on it.
But before we leave for today, obviously there's your trademark Paranoia Endgame Chaos.
Yep.
Before we leave to today, we are going to see, for just a second, the outdoors. Through that window and out in the distance, we see the outdoors for the first time as viewers. It is unremarkably natural. Beaches and rocks and trees and land. And let's go ahead and get rid of the rest of our friends here.
Bye, friends.
Is this the start of the Kiston campaign?
You have that.
It's like Lost. Holy shit.
Like Maze Runner.
I was thinking it's a bigger alpha complex. Like, there's a smaller alpha complex and a bigger one.
The Maze Runner.
On the beaches nearby, looking out and inland, where a massive dome rises above the horizon. The massive black, gilded crystal dome of the Alpha Complex. 6 pairs of eyes watch the dome from a distance. And indeed, they are waiting.
Wait.
What? We got out! What?
Wait, is that us?
It's us.
Wait!
It's OG us.
Hello!
Fuck yeah!
They are waiting here, a half mile from the explosions, as they were hoping this exact outcome would come to pass. And as the smoke clears and they sit and they wait, finally, their friendly Jacobot returns from the wreckage. Having successfully completed its own mission, the Jacobot says to them,
It's done.
Oh.
I have completed the mission as requested. The tunnels have been cleared, and the exterior wall has been compromised. Our return is now inevitable.
What? Guys?
So that was some damn good coding you did on this, Jacob.
All right, let's everyone clean up before we go in. You know the drill.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, let's go swimming. Let's go swimming. Let's go
I
swimming.
pull my pants off immediately right in front of Governor and say, "Clean me, baby, clean me."
All right.
I foresee a lot of shafts in our future.
Spencer just
I cannot
down
believe that
halfway
worked.
in between the water and the sand. Just
You guys, we fucking did it. Like it was fucking worked.
And with that, the 12-year plan has come to a fruition, and we will see what happens soon.
Guys,
as we enter
Evo,
Act 3.
Evo's alive.
As we enter Act 3 of Get Submodule.
That was so good!
Oh,
Fuck.
Come on,
Like,
baby.
clean your shaft.
Oh,
Come on.
I'm just excited. I'm sorry.
Now, we will be back in 2 weeks with the final session of Yellow Clearance Black Box Blues. We're going to get some PDCs in 2 weeks, and we'll get back to the submodules. And
Keep rolling the dice.
Jesus Christ.